Type in 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Super Metroid Chat Plays Randomizer. This is going to be a randomizer, only with chat making all of the routing decisions. All of you are going to decide which paths we choose, and it's going to be an awesome time. We always love more interactive runs, and this was our idea of how to make Super Metroid more interactive. So, ready for countdown?
We're ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So this is an old classic Super Metroid randomizer. The second one ever made, totals, and it's always really a fun time. Like the start of every Super Metroid. So the first thing you notice is that we're not doing series, which is a really nice feature of randomizers, because it just doesn't really add that much to the game. Oh, did we not turn on Moonwalk? Looks like we must have accidentally turned Moonwalk off after turning it on. Which would explain why we're having so much trouble in there. So, the first routing... So, Morph is guaranteed to be one of the very first two items in the game. And the big decision is, if we find power bombs, do we go left and do Brinstar in reverse in what is known as meme route? Or do we do Brinstar forward in the normal route? That is up to you, chat. That is for you to decide. See, one vote for left. One vote for meme route. Two votes for left. Lots of votes for left. But that's only if we can actually find power bombs. So this is a major-minor split, so... Major-minor split is basically required to keep the routing reasonable, and the estimate reasonable for here. So unfortunately, it looks like we will not be able to go meme route. So, there are two options for the climb. We can do the right side wall jump climb, or the ledge grab climb where we jump from platform to platform. Both of which are very interesting. Which would all of you prefer? And then after that, once we get bombs, there's going to be a potentially interesting routing decision. Should we do Gauntlet if we can? We're going to need something other than power bombs to be able to do Gauntlet. So we will do Gauntlet if we can, but that's far from guaranteed. So we need some way to break bomb blocks, which means that we're going to be getting Speed Booster, or we're going to be getting Speed Booster, or bombs, or power bombs, or Screw Attack. Interesting. We think the game just completely blew away all the controller setup that we did. We must have accidentally exited the menu. So it looks like we have a call for Gauntlet. And we will be doing a reset to fix our controls.
Gauntlet is always a good time. Super, super dangerous.
Super exciting. So we'll see very quickly whether or not we do that. So with most saves in the game, as soon as you hit the save dialogue, it saves. The ship is unique in that the animation has to actually finish before the save is completed. We can take this time to mark more from the tracker too. And look at that, we have fixed controls now. So this is always an amazing time. Gauntlet could be required progression here. It's pretty rare, but it definitely could be. The screw attack gauntlet won't be as dangerous, but it's still a really interesting time. So you'll see this rising acid here, and that can always kill us at any time. And we can always get gay percented directly into the acid by the moths. Oh wait, we can't. Okay, so that's just an E-tank. We don't. So there's a bomb block directly beneath us, which we can't actually break yet. So we're just gonna So we can't actually continue to the back. Fortunately, in Major Minor Split, the back only has ammo. So that just can't be progression. Oh no. We missed a jump there. It's okay, there was some progression there. So with this, we're just gonna continue normally onto the left and do Prince Star forward. These moths are incredibly dangerous, and we got pretty greedy. But greed always makes everything so much more exciting. So you can arm pump on every tile except for 4 in this room, which makes it really interesting because a lot of people don't know how they can arm pump there. And it's only fairly recently that people started actually arm pumping the room. We have supers here, which means that we can... Oh no, we're back to the default config because we died? Wait. Okay, that's something that we just learned. If you fix your controls, and then you die, you will respawn with your original controls. That is really interesting, and not something that we knew. So coming up here is a Mockball or Fast Morph Ball, and we're gonna be redoing that to get to supers early, or where vanilla early supers are. Ice Beam, that is progression. That is actually progression. That'll get us through Bot Wound. Really nice pickup. So back there is another item. So it's gonna be ammo, but it's not in logic. So for a total rando, it's really unusual to not have power bombs this far in. There are definitely paths for power bombs to be pretty late, but it's not common to have those. So fun thing with this is that during the fanfare, you can just hold jump, and you'll buffer a jump. So as soon as we land, we're just gonna jump up. So we can't actually go down to the admin pit, which is a really interesting time. Almost always you can just go straight down there. Very interesting routing. It's definitely possible that we could go all the way until Norfair without finding power bombs. The late Powerbomb Dream is alive. The late Powerbomb Dream is really alive. There's only one more item in this room that we can actually check. And there's a major there, which we're gonna have to skip because you don't have power bombs. The late powerbomb dream is really alive. Really, really alive. So item switching is a bit off because of the bad controller layout, but it's not terrible. Wow. Okay, so coming up, we can go up or down at the red tower. Without power bombs, up will lead us to just one item check, whereas down will lead us to several. So up would be a pretty big gamble, and we'd have to go back around a huge loop if we don't get it at the one check, whereas down would give us access to many checks. You want to stick a massive gamble going up? We can do that. We can absolutely do that. Oh, there's a couple downs. There's a lot of downs. Down is objectively the right choice, which makes going up more exciting. It's really exciting playing with default controls. So normally we play with default controls, only with item select and item cancel swapped. So our item selection is off. Okay, that's a huge amount of ingredients for Sirtless Meridia. So we can't actually do Kraid yet, which is exciting. It's actually possible that that E-Tank at Gauntlet was required. We've never seen a seed quite like this. Hello! All of you are in for a real treat. This is a fascinating seed. Fascinating seed. Still no power bombs. Still no power bombs at all. We're starting to run out of checks. Game? Like, this is at the point where this is technically possible, but we're at the point where that E-Tank and Gauntlet actually might have been in logic as required progression. Which is incredibly unusual. This is a really interesting seed. So coming up, we are required to do some hell runs. We're gonna sneak down a check of this item first. Very unusual to still be checking minors in a major minor split. So if we don't find any progression here, we're actually gonna be in a really interesting spot trying to find progression. Because there's no more minors along the way. Yeah, there's no more minors along the way, we just have to go. We're gonna have to do a hell run with really low health. So hopefully we get Varia here or something. Well, that's a new one. It's very unusual for us to be unhappy about finding high jump boots. We aren't sure that we're actually going to get out of here alive. Probably not. Okay, this is a really interesting predicament. We definitely want to force our way to high jump boots. But then after that, we have a couple options. After we get high jump boots, we can either try to do Cathedral, or we can go up to the... We can either try to force our way through Cathedral, or we can go all the way back up to the wreck ship. Neither of which are particularly good options. So this is really, really an interesting seed. This is a rando seed which is pushing our abilities in ways that we're not used to for randos at all. So chat, where do we go? Where do we go after we steal high jump boots? No. That was bad. We just lost 25 energy because we didn't manage to pause first. We were trying to do a much more perfect pause, but it just didn't work out that way. So unfortunately, we think at this point we just have to go up the red tower. We could definitely keep pushing for high jump boots, but those high jump boots also aren't progression at all. They're nice to have, but they're not going to get us to anywhere that we haven't been before, so we can definitely grab them. We need some bombs in order to be able to break there. We need power bombs or bombs to be able to break a block there. So interestingly, the gamble here going up was definitely better.
We got time for a couple donations?
Yes, now is a great time for donations.
Alright, we have $10 from Frozen Flygon. Thank you to Fel, Comet, Newt, and Sexrex for being incredible Celeste runners and friends. Let's name the Celeste block Adora, the canonical name for Quickie Mountain 2. We also have $10 from Eye of Newt, who says, when our rights are under attack, we will always fight back. And that donation went towards naming the file name for our Celeste block, Trans Rights, which are, of course, human rights.
Definitely, thank you for those donations. Okay. Game? We do believe that E-Tank at Gauntlet is actually required progression. We aren't sure we've ever seen a seed like that before. We're actually not sure that we've ever seen a seed like that before. There are 3 E-Tanks required to be able to hell run to Bubble Mountain, and we only have 2 right now. So this is a really, really interesting powerbomb hunt. We're going to use this as a chance to reset again and try and fix our controller layout again. We were really, really glad that we gave ourselves a generous estimate, because this is quite a seed. This is quite a seed. Feels so good being able to do that consistently. The seed is really making us go, this has never happened before.
Add it to the counter.
So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to go to Norfair, grab hydrant boots, refill up our health, and we're going to have to go to Bubble Mountain. And it's going to be at Bubble Mountain that we're actually going to find power bombs. So no death this time. Unfortunately, we've checked everything along the way. So unless anybody can think of some checks that we missed. Oh, there is one check that we missed. Old Mother Brain is in logic now. Yes, Laven figured it out before we did. And there they are. There they hecking are. This has been quite a seed. This has been quite a seed. So at this point, there's no reason to go right and check Belly Maze because this is a major minor split. So we can just freely go this way. We're already halfway to ammo go mode, which is really awesome. So now the path is definitely that we just go back and check everything over here that we weren't able to check before. There should be 3 majors that we weren't able to check before. In full randos, Bubble Mountain here is incredibly powerbomb hungry. There we go. There we go. There we go. That is a huge amount of progression. Yeah, so this area is incredibly powerbomb hungry in major minor. Full rando. But because we're playing major minor, you don't actually have to worry about that. So we're gonna shoot moving upwards at the right X pixel. That's gonna just flip open the door. That should have been it. The required things to win this rando, so we're gonna need some way to get to Ridley, which Varian high jump boots are enough to get us to Ridley. Then we need something to get us to Dragon, which at this point is either gonna be Gravity or Grapple, and we need enough ammo to kill Mother Brain. We either need enough ammo to kill Mother Brain, or we need enough ammo to kill Mother Brain, or we need Charge Beam. And we're halfway to the ammo go mode. So, this is going to bring up an interesting decision in the future. Do we go up or down at the red ship? Or do we go up and down at the red tower? We can go up towards the wreck ship and kill Fantoon. We can go down to Kraid. Or this various suit means that RBO is actually in logic now. full RBO is completely in logic now. Up? Okay. We see 4 votes for up, 5 votes for up, and 1 vote for RBO. So with that puts us in go mode. Or, that puts us in go mode minus ammo. We would say that at this point, up is definitely by far the slowest routing decision. With this equipment being able to do RBO, there's just... Going up is definitely the slowest decision, but a huge part of this, a huge part of the fun of this is making slow but cool routing decisions.
Got time for a quick announcement?
Definitely.
Alright, I would like to remind everyone that for this run, we of course have a save or kill the animals bid war, but that only goes till almost the end of this run when we defeat, I believe it's Mother Brain. And currently Save is in the lead with $5, so for a $6 donation, you could flip that bid war the other way, or you could make us save the animals even more, I guess.
Always a super fun bid war.
Always fun.
We almost forgot Old Mother Rain and started doing Hell Runs. We think with the third E-Tank the Hell Runs would have been gone perfectly fine. It just would have made us nervous about the estimate. But now with this, we can very easily just make it across. Let's try for the CWJ. Completely unnecessary. With grapple, but always just fun to go for. Give it one attempt. And then just switch to grappling. That looks like we jumped too early and like we're not going to get an actual setup. Oh! Whoops. That was it. That was it. We actually got it. We thought we weren't getting it, but we actually got it. So we are ridiculously close to MO Go mode at this point. We are going to want to find out... We are going to want to find out, where everything was at the end. Okay, more power bombs. That is really nice. That is a nice soft lock protection. So this is Fantoon. Fantoon's gonna do 40 damage each time to us. But with this much health and Varia, no, Fantoon's gonna do 20 damage because you have Varia. Should be a very quick 3-round. Not guaranteed, but it should be a very quick 3-round. Fantoon can always open its eyes after 1, 5, 1, 6, or 11 seconds, known as fast mids or slows. Excellent first round. And as a speedrunner, you always want fast. Very good second round. This is on pace for an easy 3-round. Got him. So now the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a save before the Spectre of Death. We are going to be checking some fast-to-check ammo positions, just because we still do need a small amount more ammo. Like we said, we are very close to ammo go mode. Actually, here's a question, chat. Should we even check the wreck ship E-tank at all? Should we check anything in the wreck ship at all? Entirely with our power, but to just bail. Okay, so we don't know if the spring ball double jump actually works, but we don't like the bomb jump. And we imagine it probably works. Okay, that worked. That's so much nicer than the alternative. Check everything. Let's go check everything. That is an E-tank, very nice. So we're definitely going to want to at least run around north for a bit and just see where power bombs are. Because we're very curious. We're very curious what would have happened if we had Hellren instead of checking Old Mother Brain. We're actually a bit disappointed that Old Mother Brain was power bombs, because we really wanted to see a seed which actually required a Gauntlet E-tank for progression in logic, because we'd never seen anything quite like it. Up to the ceiling. Because it's major minor, we're not going to touch the right side gauntlet, right side of the attic. We're just going to blast our way to the left. There is one item which is going to be speed booster blocked, so we will not be able to actually grab it, but we will be able to check it from above.
Got time for another announcement?
Yep.
Alright, I am pleased to announce that thanks to a few generous donations from the VGMCon side, we have less than $100 to go for that bonus run of Celeste Classic 2 by SexRex. We are at $1,100 out of $1,200. Let's go!
Let's go! We're actually super happy that we got to show off such an interesting seed. With this particular logic, it's incredibly rare to have a powerbomb hunt like this. And just so amazing when anything unusual like that happens. So we're gonna go for a 2-spike here. We'll see if we can pull it off. Easy game. And now here's a 30-second cutscene if you want to make another announcement.
I do have one more announcement. We have also opened up another bid war for the Kirby color for Kirby Squeak Squad. You have citrus, grape, green, lavender, orange, or pink. So you have a whole bunch of bid wars you can get your donations in for now. Of course, I would recommend Save or Kill the Animals because that's coming right up.
And the answer is always that we want to tie for save and kill.
What happens then?
We taunt them.
Oh, yes. There is that option.
So with this, we're just going to head directly down to Norfair. So unfortunately, with the RBO option gone and the slow start that we had, we're definitely just going to kill Kraid before doing anything else. Well, I guess that there's two major options now. We can either do Suitless Meridia, or we can go down to Ridley after Kraid. And we're looking for just a few more ammo packs for Go Mode. We have one vote for Suitless. Huh. Oh wait, no, the grapple blocks start this far out. Whatever reason we had in our head that the grapple blocks were a little bit further to the left. Wow, vanilla. Can we get a round of, is this even randomized?
Is this even randomized?
I wasn't able to item switch fast enough. Luckily, one of the changes of the randomizer is that the very suit gives quarter protection against spikes. Or 75% protection. So we see one vote for Suitless. Any other votes? That worked out amazingly. We had no idea that that worked so well. And this is why we needed a bomb to get to grade that block right there. This is absolutely the game trolling. Yeah, we're running out of super NT. Oh, we got that room so nicely. We got that room so perfectly. So that powerbomb kill. So there's 3 of Kraid's claws are bouncing around off screen, and those create lag. So the powerbomb laying a powerbomb there actually is for lag reduction. We're gonna go for the quick kill. Yeah, our quick kills have been a bit off. So, we still have votes for what to do next. Suitless or Ridley? What would people like to see? Well, that kills the Suitless stream. So at this point, time optimal is absolutely to go to Ridley. So we're gonna do that. We are gonna do quite a few checks around Bubble Mountain, just because we're really curious where we could have found power bombs. Like the big what if of the seed. Where would power bombs have been if we hadn't checked Old Mother Brain? Wow, okay. That's not an amazing find, but it's always nice to have. So we always want to just go for the mock ball out of here. Super swag to go for. And we know where high jump is, which will be really nice. And we just realized the space jump is actually gonna make the lava dive really easy. So yeah, this has been a really interesting seed. Unfortunately, the way it worked out was such that all of you just didn't get to make that many routing decisions.
You were in some real tough spots a few times there.
Yeah, we were really close to actually having a 3-tank hell run required to get to Bubble Mountain, which we don't think we've ever seen before. So really soon we're going to find out what exactly was around that we could have gotten. We definitely want to full clear Bubble Mountain just to see what if. So we're going to cry inside a bit if this cathedral item is power bombs, because we would not have had enough health to actually get it. Nope. So there's a bunch of items at Bubble Mountain. Top left is Norfair Reserve, which is a major. And then there's going to be also 2 miners around here. Still no power bombs. If we don't find power bombs anywhere around here, we're going to croc. Because we want to find these. We want to find out where our first power bombs would have been. So fun thing, we can actually run. Ooh, there's Ammo Gomo, there's Charge Beam. That is a really nice pickup. That'll make everything else so much safer. So lava, if you have Speed Booster equipped, reduces your dash speed to 0. But if you don't have Speed Booster, you can actually dash under lava. And it has this, and it's really combines in randos with in a really interesting way, because in randos you don't take damage. In randos, you don't take damage in lava, or even in all games, you don't take damage from lava if you have gravity, but you're still taking heated damage. So in that room, it's actually fastest and safest just to run straight through the lava with gravity and no varia. One of our favorite rooms to do is randos, just because it's so different from what you do in a regular run. It's going to be really interesting if we find out that that those first power bombs at Old Mother Brain were actually forced. If we don't find any power bombs in Upper Norfair, this is going to be a seed that we're just going to send to all of our friends. And see if it just becomes a legendary seed for the power bomb hunt. So we're a few items away from finding out whether the seed can become legendary. There is a miner here, a miner in Bubble Mountain, and then three miners at Croc, we believe. And we're getting closer. We are getting closer and closer. At first we were kind of sad about things, but now this is just getting more and more interesting.
Very excited to see if Marathon Luck has led you to a legendary seed during this marathon.
Soon. We're getting so close to finding out. It's so exciting. It's actually really interesting when you get to stroke of bad luck and you're just kind of hoping that the bad luck continues. Just to make the seed more awesome. There we go.
Just to make things more entertaining.
That is another one. So you're gonna see a Crocomire fight really soon. Okay, so coming up here is a gate glitch. We're gonna just clip through the gate to open it from the wrong side. Really, really cool to do every time. And round one to do Croc. So this entrance is really cool. You stop there and then you just kind of fall. That is maybe like one or two frames slower than the optimal, and it's so much it's like barely any inputs compared to the optimal, which is so many inputs. So we just one-shot Croc because the plasma pierces. So now we get to walk the Croc. There's gonna be a major behind here. Which is the first of a few. No progression found here. Which definitely keeps things exciting. So we want to stay over there while Croc is dying for lag reduction, and as soon as a mini-map reappears, is a signal that you can go back left. So just a few more miners before you get to find out whether the seed, just how trolly the seed is. Because going back for Old Mother Brain is just not a thing that people do. Going back for Old Mother Brain is one of the most isolated checks that you can get in this game. And not something that anybody would do. And anybody who's running this seed, who's capable of doing the hell runs, would do the hell runs rather than going back up. Oh, there we go. We are one item short of having a single possible power bomb pack. This is getting super, super exciting.
I'm excited.
Actually, where was Grapple? Where was Space Jump? No, Space Jump was somewhere north, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. That's too bad. Does anybody remember where Space Jump was? Wow. Okay, we guess at this point it doesn't matter where Space Jump was. Because that item right there is hard to get to. You either need Space Jump, Speed, or Grapple. Space Jump was Crade? Okay. Yeah, that's the crate sounds right. This is definitely a seed that we're just gonna send around to people. Really, really fun. So at this point we have everything we need. We're just gonna go. We are real close to having actually checked everything, so we might continue on and just check everything. How are we doing for time?
Let me check.
Deboost off this to get down there faster. We definitely have time to do all the lower Norfolk checks.
Okay, for time check, you're at around 51 minutes.
Oh wow, we really have plenty of time. We might be able to even just full clear the game. Or full clear all the majors at least. Find out where everything is. So I guess that's one question left for chat. We keep doing checks now that we're in go mode, or do we just go and try and finish it as fast as possible? Now that we know everything that we know about there. We think that there's one check in Brinstar that we don't know about. Waterway beneath charge beam. Okay, this down grab is our favorite in the game. 100%? We're not gonna 100% this. What we can offer is checking all the items into no mode. We do have a vote for 100%. So plasma pierces, iframes. Hello Garby, thank you for the luck. Try and double clip through these? Close enough. So we're gonna be killing these with speed booster. Ah! So there's one vote for full clearing and one vote for the gas pedal. So the only interesting item that we don't know where it is just yeah, the only item that we don't know where it is wave, and we'll find that out during the credits. So 30 supers is what we want.
We have 2 more votes for go for the gas pedal.
Oops. Interesting way to get grabbed. Go for the gas pedal? Okay. We will go for the gas pedal. Going for the gas pedal means not even checking behind the bosses. Because it's just not worth it from a time perspective. from purely a time perspective, getting wave will only save us will save us no time at bot 1. Oh, this is a cool trick. We're gonna try and clip through the ceiling and then speedball out. We got the clip, we didn't get the deboost, but we had plasma, which allowed us to save it. So there's a couple things we have left to do. At this point, we just have Dragon left to kill. So we were rambling in our head about how much time we would save. So we'd save 10 seconds at Mother Brain with this combo. And maybe half a second, and maybe a few seconds at Dragon. And even the fanfare, which means that getting an item, like even if we knew that Plasma was behind Ridley, it still probably wouldn't be worthwhile to pick up. Which is really interesting. Doubly so with all the ammo that we have. That's actually fascinating to us, that it's actually not worthwhile to pick up that at all. Even if we knew it was behind Dragon, it wouldn't be worthwhile to pick it up.
Got time for another donation?
Yep.
We have $50 from Norimaki SR. Greetings from behind the scenes. As a fellow speedrunner, I'm really just all about saving those frames, so I'm all about not saving the animals. However, if the runner wants to give us a taunt, I'm all for it. And all 50 of those dollars went towards killing the animals, so that is now in the lead with $50, while Save has only $5. And I think the audience and Twitch chat voted to go fast, so that's going to be coming up fairly soon.
So with fully itemized for Meridia, we could just blaze through it. It's absolutely amazing. This stage has been really interesting in how... Oh yeah, so we actually get to microwave this time, so it's a good thing that we checked X-ray earlier. So the enemy's iframes will... So plasma pierces. We're not just at plasma yet. And iframes will run out while we're X-raying. So we got 5 hits off there, and that's enough to KO. So we're going to be going for a trick called the full halfie here. Always super swag when we can pull it off. And in the credits, we will find out where Wave was. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. Nope. Unfortunate. There's a good setup for the first room. We just didn't manage to convert. So we're going to be microwaving Dragon as well. It's going to take 10 hits to kill Dragon. And a really nice feature is that Dragon forces you into a standing position, so we'll know that Dragon's dead when we switch from a crouch to a stand. So really nice seed for zoomies at the end. it's absolutely not worthwhile for us to wait for the drops. We just need to go. So we're gonna be going for a Womple jump on the way out. Not something that we usually actually get, but always worth going for. Almost. Almost. If we'd cleared that, we would have been able to carry our run speed through with the space jump. So at this point, we're heading straight into Torian. This has been a really, really, really interesting seed. And we cannot wait to give it to people. Like, this is a seed that absolutely deserves to be given to people.
It kind of flipped around from really trying to figure out what you could possibly do to go mode in a few minutes.
Yeah, it really did. Well, we guess we were pretty close to go mode even before that. We just needed Varia and then...
Yeah, that.
Actually, we think by that point we're just... Varia and Grapple were all that we were away from go mode. Or Gravity. So after lots of rando playing, it feels really great to actually have a full set of movement items. The speed booster and high jump combo is just so good. Space jump is always nice to have, but it just doesn't add anywhere near as much as speed booster high jump. And with that would have, if we'd had wave, that would have been one of the rooms that we actually could have used that. So we're just gonna kill these pirates with missiles. Definitely the best way. I'll find out during the credits where wave was. So there's a nice little patch here, which just eliminates the waiting game here. So we're gonna pause on the elevator so that we can unequip Varia and Screw Attack there. That unequipping there is actually gonna save us about 40 frames, so it's a really, really significant time save. If you pause an elevator going down, you actually try and make the transition sooner. So it's just a really, really weird time save. And that's not having wave burning us. That's not having regular bombs burning us. So unfortunately that means that we're not going to get much in the way of drops from those. And we took a bunch of damage. Which could actually really hurt our chances of being able to stand up later. Okay, so we are full missiles, which means that we're gonna get a bunch of health drops from here. So there's a good chance that we will be good for stand up after this. Kind of, not really. Maybe? This health management is interesting. Another likely possibility is that we just miss the baby skip. And if we miss the baby skip, that's gonna force us to get a health refill, which will make everything much easier. So here goes baby skip. Oh, this is baby skip without wave. Got him. Absolutely not the cleanest, but still very good. So we're gonna Moonfall here, just to save up a few frames. Or not. So now we have to shoot with a charged shot from below. No wait, it's with an uncharged shot, we think. Nope, that's with a charged shot. It's... without plasma, it would be an uncharged shot. Okay, 30 shots, and hopefully we don't miss any, and then we can just stand up. So we're going to use the health refill, our E-tank, to make stand-up possible. GT classic strats here. And in the credits, we will get to find out where Wave is. So now here there's a very specific set of things we have to do. We have to make sure not to soft lock. There are 2 soft lock points. That was one of them when the baby attaches, and the second one is right after the baby releases. And the third is going to be when we hit full health. We have to be sufficiently far to the right side of the room, otherwise Mother Brain will just not be able to target the baby. Okay, so here we go. Baby's going to detach in a second. That's going to be a soft lock point. See, where animation changed right there was the soft lock point. So we're going to intentionally take some damage from Mother Brain, so that the refilling takes longer, which will make the trick safer. Oh no. Mother Brain did not want to damage us today. So this is 36 shots normally. We're looking for this to be about a third of that. If we did it perfectly. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, and we didn't do it perfectly, so we had a little bit more. We had 14, whereas perfectly would have been 12 shots, so... Super, super solid stand-up. Definitely not perfect. We had some issues damaging or taking as much damage as we'd like. And we need to call in save or kill right now.
The door has been closed. One refresh. And it looks like you will be killing the animals.
Looks like we're gonna get some taunting the animals action in. Okay, this entrance to this room is beautiful. I'll jump up the left. And then just kind of grab your way onto that platform. Definitely our favorite part of the entire escape. Plus a beautiful Moonfall here. And the Behemoth Spark is something which we've fairly recently learned the trick to. The trick to the Behemoth Spark here, clipping through the platform on the far right, is that you have to actually fully crouch before you actually spark. Oh wow, that acid did a ton of damage because of the rando patch. that's something I will have to note to be careful of in the future. Perfect taunt. And time to get out. Now we have to Alcatraz because we didn't actually save them. And time as soon as we go into the ship. And time. Out of curiosity, what was our final time?
Final time was 1:10:37.
That is a super solid time, especially for the start of this seed. This is definitely one that we're going to be sending around to people. Quite an awesome seed. Quite an awesome seed. And as the credits go, we're gonna get to find out where Wave was and where bombs were. Who's betting on Shaq Tool? So for majors, there was Waterway, and then 6 majors in Meridia. I always feel bad about killing the Takora, but the Edecoons deserve to die because they failed to teach us how to wall jump when we were a kid, and we hard locked in the Edecoon pit. Thank you for the GGs. Now we can see where we spend all of our time. 27 minutes in Criteria, 21 minutes in Norfair, that makes sense. Not much time in the wreck ship. Very little time in Meridia. Major item locations, there we go. Morph was in the... you can take Morphball in the ceiling location. Where was Wave? Where was Wave and bombs? Bombs is a screw attack. Oh, we were reading this wrong. Where was Wave? Wait, bombs were at screw attack? Wait, did that say bombs were at screw attack? Did we just completely space out and miss everything? Dear Force! So we completely spaced out and missed the item locations. But we did not miss the Deer Force, and that is the most important part of it. Yeah, so if anybody wants to get into SM randomizers, we think SM randomizers are pretty accessible. We don't think that they should take more than like 2.5 hours when you're first starting, and solid exactly 50%. Basically, with SM randomizers, for your first few, you're going to be learning a bunch of tricks, but then after that, you're basically learning one trick a run, and it's a lot of fun. And we absolutely love teaching this game, so if anybody wants to learn, we would love to teach. That's strange. We thought we checked screw attack. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and we'll hand it off back to our lovely host.